From a simple switch, troubleshooting a problem, a new service, to that backup generator that you'll need in times of emergency, Blake Electric can handle all your electrical needs. They have the experience and knowledge to do it professionally and safely and do the job right the first time. There's been an accident. The emergency has left you with physical trauma and legal issues to deal with. The bills are piling up and you're overwhelmed. Where do you turn for legal representation?
Hi, I'm Paul Eastep.
And I'm Steve Schaefer.
We're attorneys practicing right here in your home county of Preston.
Centrally located on West Main Street in Kingwood, just across from McDonald's, the offices of Eastep and Schaefer are an easy drive from anywhere in Preston County.
You don't have to go outside Preston County to hire a lawyer with the know-how, the experience, and the knowledge to represent you fairly in a serious personal injury matter. Call us at Eastep and Schaefer at 329-6003 or visit us on the web at www.eastepschaeferlaw.com.
From humble beginnings, Stone Paving has emerged as one of the premier paving companies in the region. Stone Paving has been doing business for nearly 20 years and provides asphalt paving services to residential, commercial, and highway customers. They're pre-qualified with the West Virginia Department of Highways and have a history of meeting the most demanding schedules. Stone Paving has equipment and personnel that can complete any project, and they're committed to providing quality service at a competitive price. When you're planning your next project, call Stone Paving.
At the Landing Dental Spa, our goal is to provide quality dental care at a relaxed spa-like atmosphere. Dental chairs with heat and massage, warm neck wraps, and personal TVs make your appointment as stress-free as possible. Located off the Pierpont exit, now accepting new patients of any age. Call 304-594-2200 today and visit our website at www.thelandingdentalspa.com to schedule an appointment. The Landing Dental Spa, a healthy smile with peace of mind.
Hut 1, Hut 2, Hut 3.
Buck! What do you think you're doing?
I'm just trying to teach these ladies how to play football.
You leave those girls alone and get back to work.
But they want to play.
Hi, Buck. You better get in there and get my winter treads on and check my brakes and change the oil. We have to get to the Preston High football game, you fool.
Rainbow Tire, the tire lady takes care of me.
The Wound Healing Center at Preston Memorial Hospital offers care to patients with wounds that have not followed the normal path or time frame for healing. Our goal is not only to heal your wounds, but to help prevent further wound problems. We work to educate you on why you have a non-healing wound, what you need to do to heal it, and what you can do to prevent future problems. The Wound Healing Center, inside the new Preston Memorial Hospital. Call today to start the healing. 304-329-3348.
Brown's Mill Grocery invites you to stop by for anything you might need. If you're looking for a quick bite, Brown's Mill has buffet-style pizza, fresh subs, and cold drinks. Fill up your tank and your car's tank, too, with quality gasoline. Snacks, cold drinks, gasoline, anything you might need, you'll find at Brown's Mill Grocery. Brown's Mill Grocery at the corner of the Dogtown Road and Route 92. We look forward to seeing you soon at Brown's Mill Grocery.
Almost heaven.
The Mountain State.
West Virginia.
The proudest state in the country. You'll love the Almost Heaven collection, only available at Delano's Furniture and Mattress. Double-sided mattresses with today's sleep technology made right here in the great state of West Virginia. So don't rush to the nearest Mattress Mart. Take a short ride to Delano's Furniture and Mattress. Experience the Delano's difference.
Why buy half a mattress when you can get a double-sided set at Delano's?
Hello and welcome once again to high school football on the mountaintop. Here high above the Cheat Canyon, a beautiful setting for Week 3 and the home opener for the Preston Knights here on Atlantic Broadband, Cable Channel 7, your hometown TV station. Good evening, I'm Steve Blake, and alongside me as always, Gary Livengood, here to bring you all the updates on the Preston Knights in Week 3.
Again, the Preston High School Marching Band presenting pregame festivities, led by drum major Noah Combs, auxiliary instructor Brittany Tennant, percussion instructor David Cox, band director Debbie Westbrook, associate band director Shanae Bloom. The Preston High School alma mater.
Gary, we're moments away from the start of the home opener here. And for the Knights, it's good to finally be home after starting 2 weeks on the road and not doing too well.
No, coming off a 1-9 season in 2016, we lost our first 2 ball games on the road. Hampshire beat us 27-12. North Marion beat us 41-19. And not a very good start. We've lost our last 11 football games. Go way back into August of 2016, Steve. And the chances tonight for us to beat Greenbrier East are very good. It's one of the possible wins on our schedule this year. They're 0-2. They're coming in here off a loss to number 2 powerhouse, James Monroe, 44-34. And last week, they had a low-scoring contest against Beckley Woodrow Wilson, and they lost to them 12-7. They got their quarterback hurt. I think their starting quarterback is out, and their second-team quarterback will be in the starting lineup tonight for the Greenbrier East. And the Preston High School band is going off the field, and the Preston Knight football team is about to come onto the field with the youth football players of Preston County, Steve.
The youth football players and the cheerleaders, and this has been an annual rite of passage the last few years, something Coach Tennant got started. They invite all the youth in the county leagues and the cheer squads to come out, wear their uniforms, their respective uniforms or jerseys, and bring the Knights on for the home opener. So you see a lot of excited kids out here who get to trod the grass down on Knight Stadium, down on the field, and be part of the opening of this 2017 home season.
Look at the field, how picturesque that field is, Steve, with the big P in the middle and the Preston Knights on the end lines. I mean, we want to thank John Gribble, spent 4, 5, 6 hours doing the numbers and the lines across the field, and also thanks to Bobby Lance and Mark Whitaker. I mean, they've got hours in the preparation of this field, and it's
they do. Bobby was out there till the very last minute, touching up the numbers and asking us if everything looked good from up here on the camera. They want to make it. They want to make it an exciting night for these youth. They want to make it an exciting night for the home fans. And most of all, the team would like to make it exciting by getting victory number 1 on the season and get some payback, because they traveled a long, lonely road down to Greenbrier last year.
Got lost.
They got lost. They were late. They got penalized for being late. They started out 15 yards in the hole and never got out. And it was just a tough loss last year down at Greenbrier, and they'd like to give a little payback here.
Yeah.
No offense to the fine folks from Greenbrier County.
Jim, you better
I hope they didn't bring the governor with them, but in any event, the Knights are due a victory. And as you said, they've got an opportunity here. We've got the big banner up at the end of the lineup of youth league kids, and the Knights are moments away from entering the stadium here.
Yeah, we took a 33-7 loss down in Greenbrier, down Lewisburg last year, and again that's about over a 4-hour trip down there. And Coach Tennant now has a full coaching staff, Steve, something he didn't have last year. I think he only had 4 coaches last year. Quickly, the coaches, Tommy Chandler, the offensive coordinator and quarterbacks coach, is back with us. Bucky Forbes, special teams and defensive backs, is back with us. Richie Adams, back with us, defensive ends. Bobby Lance, a running back coach, new to the system. Chris Gregg, defensive line coach, is new to the system. Johnny Hall is also a new coach, offensive line, linebackers. And Scott Stone, who played here a few years ago as the quarterback for the Preston Knights, is the wide receivers coach. So Coach Tennant's very pleased. He's got a coaching staff now. He can utilize about 2 hours that he has for practice, and that's about all, Steve. Time the boys get out of school and get ready for those shuttle buses to run.
Oh, yeah, it's very difficult. He's using all the technology he can come up with, too. He did some fundraising, was able to buy some services from an online company, Huddle, and it lets him communicate with these players electronically and even review clips online with them. And it's been a big boost and a boon to the Knights starting out a couple seasons ago, and now this year they're even adding some sideline coaching. So if you happen to be watching TV and you see some guys on the sideline, looks like they're playing with their phone or their iPad, they're coaching them up down there by looking at replays. So don't make the mistaken impression. They're getting just like the pros here. They're bringing all the technology to the forefront, and trying to use it to just help make the Preston Knights a better football team.
As soon as the ball game's over, about an hour or so later, those boys can get on their cell phones and so forth, and they can watch off a Huddle. They can watch the football game. Coach Tennant, in his 6th year here at Preston High, 15 wins, 36 losses, and again, we've lost 11 ball games in a row, and it's time, Steve, and I know the fans and all the parents and everybody in Kingwood and Preston County is looking for our first win tonight, and I'm sure the crowd's starting to pick up here. Game time rolling around here at 7 o'clock.
Well, and it is a beautiful night here for the home opener on the hilltop, and you couldn't ask for anything more fun than West Virginia high school football and an opportunity to be out here and take on an opponent that, actually for a long time all we played were teams that were close at hand. And say what you want about the long trips, but with Greenbrier East coming in here, it's not one of those kiss your cousin or kiss your sister kind of deals where everybody knows everybody. In fact, you had to bribe one of the assistant coaches with some hot dogs or coffee or something to even get a roster.
Yeah.
And it came in here at the last moment, but we finally got some documentation on the Spartans.
And Preston, they're coming in tonight. We got 3 starters, and we can't have 3 starters out injured. Justin Motes is out injured, and Caleb Gribble's out injured, and the Riley boy is out injured tonight. And there's 3 starters, and it's tough to replace those starters when you're Preston High because we don't have that many and that much depth.
Yeah,
to go.
Captain's on the field now, shaking hands with the officials, and we're just about ready for Greenbrier East to come down, and we'll get the toss of the coin here momentarily. But the Spartans have yet to take the field. They're letting the Knights have all the pomp and circumstance here.
And looking at the captains getting ready to go out onto the field, Chase Bourne.
Just back off the IR.
Yeah.
So, there's an opportunity maybe for him to punt tonight, finally, because we didn't even get to see him punt in Game 1 before he got injured over in Hampshire County.
Yeah.
And that was a scary-looking thing. I saw some photos close-up of that, and that could have been a much more serious knee injury. Chase, very, very lucky.
And number 60,
to be back this quick.
Branson Tasker, offensive line, senior, co-captain here tonight for the first home game of the season. And Dakota Holt, he's there, starting quarterback. I can't pick up the other one, Steve. Officials there standing in the way. Is it number 18?
Yes, it is.
David Records, the other captain for tonight's home opener of the 2017 football season.
And Coach Tennant and the other coaches taking their time and using every last minute. They are really coaching the Knights up and firing them up for this one, I'd say. They're going to be an excited group coming in here. They've got the youth league kids chanting now for them to come on, and that's something they've never had to wait this long for in past years. So everybody getting worked up and excited. Small but interested crowd filtering in. Folks still filtering their way in here from Greenbrier, and that's quite a trip for them. I don't think they brought a fan bus or anything, and I could be mistaken about that, but I didn't see one come in. And so it may be a late start for their crowd arriving, and hopefully they'll have a good turnout to cheer them. But 2-0-2 teams coming in here. Somebody's going to win.
Non-conference game.
Yeah, non-conference. Somebody's got an opportunity to win their first game and start the process of turning their 2017 season around.
And another problem tonight, our kicking game.
Here come the Knights.
Yeah, our two kickers, Chase Bourne was hurt. He was our regular punter. And right now in the first two ball games, Steve, we're only averaging 28 yards a punt as a team. Kickoff.
I think his backup was a freshman.
Yeah.
I
think it's Jesse Gribble, who's a sophomore. Gribble was a sophomore.
Sophomore.
And Nate Pompili.
Nate Pompili
is the new kicker, number 80. He kicks extra points, and I would venture to say he probably also kicks off. So those two young men are doing their kicking for the first time here in the season. But the keys for Preston probably is do not let this triple option team get outside your end.
No, the Knights have got to have good containment.
Yes.
They've got to be able to put some pressure on Greenbrier East by stopping the Spartans on first and second down and setting up long third down situations, and then putting pressure on the quarterback. And when he's forced to throw, he hasn't been the most accurate quarterback from the little bit of information I've been able to glean from looking around online. He's thrown some interceptions, and when he's been pressured, has made some poor decisions.
Yeah, right.
And so we want to try to encourage that tonight. The Knights want to try to attack defensively and see if they can put him in the bucket early on and force him to start out having a bad night.
Yeah, Devin Persinger is a backup quarterback, number 12 tonight. He'll be one of the impact players. Against Woodrow Wilson, Steve, he rushed 7 times for 20 yards, passed 7 for 19, 109 yards, 4 interceptions.
There you go. And the 4 interceptions pretty much negate all the good stuff that he did. And that's not to denigrate the young man, but again, he's a backup. He's in there. Woe be the Knights if goodness something happened to Dakota Holt.
Yes.
Because the offense for Preston runs pretty much exclusively through him, with Gribble on the sidelines injured. And that one, tough because that was just a freak accident at work. He didn't get hurt in practice.
Yeah.
He didn't get hurt playing football in a game. He's not out because of a concussion syndrome or anything else. He cut his hand at work very badly in a freak accident, just trying to do his job.
Yeah. Quickly on for Greenbrier East. Watch for number 21, another impact player. He gained 70 yards rushing. The Piner boy, number 21, and the Battle boy, number 22, Good athlete, also a running back and very good defensive back. And watch for number 40, Levi Hobbs, in the secondary. The young man will probably pick up our Nizel boy, number 20, as we get on offense. Looking quickly at the Preston lineup, and we are kicking off. And what do we have? Number 62, Bryson. See who's kicking off here. 62, Bryson Valentine. 5'11" junior, 225 pounds. He's taking the place of Justin Moats. So the kickoff team is here. Beautiful evening here in Preston County.
A little cooler than average for this second week of September. But not bad at all. And here we go.
Short squib kick.
Now, I'm not sure if that was by design or if he just got a little high on the ball there. Sent it skipping over the 50-yard line, but it sets Greenbrier East up
in a very short
great field
position. Very short field. I don't think that was planned, Steve, not to start a ball game off with. And as we're looking at our stats, we'll look at later, and we'll get to the defensive lineup.
Good pressure by the Knights on first down.
Defensively for Preston, at defensive end, Jat Maria. Tackle, Jeffrey Hovatter. A gain of about 5 yards. Make it third down and 5 into Preston's territory here on the first series by Greenbrier East. Number 13, Chris Ryan, is the right defensive end. Linebacker, Hunter Lance. Blake Miller, number 54, and number 33, Pig Summers. At the corner, number 22, Riley Belanger. At strong safety, number sophomore Jesse Gribble. 28 falls. We had him tackled back in the backfield, and number 28 falls down and misses a tackle. And that was Jacob Brady. And Greenbrier East goes in deeper into Preston territory to 33-yard line, where it'll be first and 10.
And the Knights that time looked like they were going to contain that play and get good pressure on the quarterback, but just not quite able to get there.
The Persinger boy thus far has been pretty accurate.
Punishing run down inside the 30, down to the 25-yard line.
That run came between the tackles by Record, and trying to pick up the other one, number 72 for Preston. Single receiver far to the right. Motion penalty on Greenbrier East. Steve, we just can't let them score here in the first quarter.
No, quick scores have been something that the Knights have been all too readily giving up here in the first two games of the season. And they have not played well from behind.
No, looking at the stats the first two ball games, the opponents have scored 47 points in the first half. We've scored 13. They're going right up the middle against the Preston defensive line. Tackle made by 77 for Preston. And we'll get all these numbers sorted out for you here as we go along. Tackle by Chris Ryan. Blake Miller. All right, got a 4th and 2 on the Preston 24-yard line with 8:17 to go here in the first quarter.
Big down for the Knights. They need to stand up strong here, Gary.
Oh, right. 3 times they've run that same play, each time right down off our tackle. 24-yard run by Greenbrier East with 8:05 to go in the first quarter. Pick up the first score. Gave them a very short field. And I don't know who was playing that tackle or the linebacker there, but there wasn't anyone there for Preston whenever the ball carrier drove it into the end zone. So as we go back up the field here with 8:05 to go in the first quarter, Greenbrier East takes the lead 7-0. Very poor defensive stand that time, Steve, for Preston Knights.
Well, difficult situation there for Greenbrier East for just a little bit as the Knights appeared to have them stopped, Gary, and they needed a big defensive play, and they took the bait, hook, line, and sinker. Everybody bid on the first fake, and you could have driven a truck through the hole that was left there.
Yeah, there was.
And Greenbrier East pretty much did.
Well, the coach who calling the plays saw where the weak spot was there on our right side of our defense, and had 3 nice running plays straight up there here on their first series. Yeah, they only had to go 52 yards for the touchdown with that short kickoff. Deep for Preston here. Take their first possession of the game.
Now Preston will start with good field position here, Gary, at their own 39. And they've got to put the mistakes of the defense behind them here right now and just go out and play their game. I know Coach Tennant, like most coaches, probably has the first several plays sort of scripted here.
Dakota Holt at quarterback. First play, fumble. Pig Summers, I mean, he took a hit.
And Summers, he's stepping in there, new to the role, moving over into that position, and not enough reps and not a good start.
So officials had a huddle there and did reward the ball to Greenbrier East on the Preston 36-yard line here with 7:52 to go.
Immediate whistle.
Well, we've got another quarterback in there, Kyle King for Greenbrier East.
And this will be a complete mystery to us. We have absolutely no information on this young man.
All I know is he's a sophomore, 5'7", 130. Of course, they try to run that triple option, and
we don't know if he's got any playing time or even very many reps in practice.
Yes.
Well, and there's the answer. The young man's got an arm. He didn't come over from the soccer team, that's for sure.
41-yard pitch and run for Greenbrier East with 7:46 to go. That's similar to the North Marion game, Steve. They scored 2 touchdowns in 7 plays.
And does not bode well for the Knights here. Well, at least they missed the extra point, Gary.
We'll do the starting lineup again here. It's been so exciting here in the beginning of the first quarter. Couldn't keep up with Preston's offense.
Too many points going on the board.
Yeah.
Too quickly and on the wrong side.
Starting at quarterback for the Preston Knights, number 10, Dakota Holt, a senior, 5'9", 140. At fullback, right now I think we have Chase Bourne, number 21, a senior, 5'10". At tailback, we have Pig Summers, number 33, senior, 5'5", 205 pounds. Fumbled the kickoff, picked it up, brings it back. Number 28 for Preston, Jacob Brady, a junior, 5'9", brings it back to the Preston 27-yard line, where Preston will try their second series. They fumbled on the first series. First play on our series. In the slot, David Record. Dakota Holt finds a little gap, brings it up for a first down.
Yeah, he's all the way out to the 40.
Dakota Holt. Blocking for Dakota Holt, senior Jeremy Hovatter, number 51 at left tackle. At left guard, Auden Bischoff, a freshman, number 52. Pig Summers on the carry. Going to pick up 3. Running behind number 54, Blake Miller. At center, senior Anthony Chandler, number 61. At right guard, Blake Miller, number 54. And Bryson Valentine, number 62, at the right tackle spot. And number 50, Maria Jatnell. Pig Summers broke a tackle. Brings it up to the Greenbrier East 36-yard line, where it'll be 1st and 10.
Summers got his feet wet with that first carry and that fumble, and then I think it just made him mad. That might turn out to be the best thing that could have happened to the young man, even though it led to a score.
Dakota Holt. Nice Nice gain by the young man. Brings it down to the Greenbrier 26-yard line, where it'll be 2nd down and 1. Well, I think they're going to give him 1st down. Okay.
Even better.
Jeremy Hovatter in at the left tackle position now for Preston, number 51. Holt, Pig Summers.
He grinds that ball down inside the 22, down to about the 21-yard line.
$5:39 to go here in the opening quarter. Greenbrier East 13, Preston 0. Pig Summers. Tell you what, he's 5'5", Steve, 205 pounds, and you better hit him low because he's going to run over you just like he did that time.
I think he's found his home now. He's found his calling.
Personal foul against Preston.
And that's big. That in the middle of a drive that's going so well. And they're going to mark off a big one here.
Well, I don't know what that personal foul was, but
coaches are asking for some clarification, and the official quick to come over and give them explanation.
Can't tell who it was against.
No. Coach Tennant not happy with the call at all.
Official still, all right, Preston, you were in the red zone. Now let's get it back in there. Attempted for Rosenberger, incomplete. That'll make it 3rd and 10. The score is very, very important to get the boys all pumped up again here, Steve. If we don't score here, you know, it's still early in the first quarter, but the score is very important here in this drive. In and out of the hands of Nizel. That'll make it 4th down. Steve Blake.
It's go time here for the Knights. I mean, they really don't have an option to try and kick a long field goal here.
Holt back, looking, find it. Get that 1st down. He got the 1st down. Dakota Holt picked that hole out on that right side and runs it down for the 1st down.
Yeah, he made his mind up when he read that blitz coming that he was going to do it with his feet.
Yeah, over 2 receivers were covered. Thank goodness he didn't throw it and just tucked the ball in and took it on down to the Greenbrier 10-yard line where it's 1st and gold.
Flag on the play, and we'll see which way this goes, but it looked to me like the defender jumped.
And so it will
and made the first contact, so they're going to mark that off against the Spartans.
1st and goal to go for Preston with 4:38 to go here in the first quarter. Looking to get on the scoreboard. Pig Summers Number 12 from Greenbrier East come in there. Persinger, the backup quarterback, grabs Summers by the ankle and nowhere to go. Second down and goal to go from the 6-yard line. Chase Bourne in a slot back. Pig Summers trying to go right behind him.
He's going to grind that back down inside the 5, down to about the 3.
Third down and goal to go for Preston. All right, Preston, we need to score now. Get that ball right behind Blake Miller and Chandler and run it in. Turn it on, Dakota. Turn it on, Dakota. Made it in. Touchdown, Preston. Dakota Holt, 3-yard run.
That gets the Preston train back on the track, Gary.
That was very, very important. We'll get them all pumped up now. Kicker for Preston, Pompili. And it's good.
That's up and good. Pompili, a straight-ahead kicker, too.
Yeah.
You don't see that much nowadays.
13-7, Greenbrier East now here in the first quarter. That'll get the little adrenaline flowing in the Preston Knights now.
Yeah, early in the game, the Knights made their share of mistakes on defense and special teams, Gary, and they got behind the 8 ball, down 13-0, but they responded nicely on this series on offense. They put together a fairly consistent drive. Made a couple of mistakes, and that personal foul, that's a big penalty. I'll be looking forward to you and the coach discussing that on the coach's show Tuesday night to see exactly what went on there or what the official said went on there. But Coach Tennant was really red-faced down there on the sidelines. He was, and he was out of the coaching box a little bit, too. He better be careful. They'll throw one of those Dana Holgerson flags.
Yeah. Well, again, we had the first series, first play, fumble. You know what I mean? And had a 24-yard run. Steve then to turn around, threw that pass, beat the safety for Preston. It goes in. So it's 2 big plays. The Greenbrier East got there early in the first quarter.
We need a big kick here now. No more of these squib kicks. Let's get this ball in the air and send it a little deeper.
Well, Terry, there's 62 that I was telling you about was kicking over there. Well, now we get him deep now. Still return that ball 25 yards back up to their own 32-yard line.
But that's a much better start, much better special teams play there by the Knights.
Yes. That was number 62, Bryson Valentine, the kickoff man. Junior, 6 foot, 231 pounds. He's also starting offensive lineman for Preston. All right, defense, let's do your thing now. Missed tackle.
Reverse field and all the way behind the formation and down the sideline and a touchdown. Another big play for Greenbrier East.
We need to get that defense together and give them a talking to.
We do have a flag on the play.
There's 2 flags lying on the field.
hopefully that's coming back. See what the officials have to say.
I'd call timeout, Steve. Hey, I'm not coaching, but I'd call timeout. I mean, the defense is just this first quarter. I don't know who's out there. Thank
They'll
goodness.
reset the clock to 2:45. Offsetting penalty, so the play never happened. That's a big negative for Greenbrier East, is what that is, and a stroke of luck for the Knights. Now what are they going to do? The double mark off here? They signaled. Did they not signal offsetting penalties?
Tell you what,
but then they marked off the yardage against Greenbrier. I'd have to get a.
Once Persinger got by, we had no one could catch him.
Well, and it's the way that play developed. It was a busted play.
Loose ball, but Greenbrier East picks it up. Going to gain 2 yards. Second down and 8. Greenbrier East on their 33-yard line. Time running out here in the first quarter. Bostic. Tackle by number 60 for Preston, Branson Tasker. Cal Dalton. Quarterback change for Preston. And number 12, the second team quarterback, in for Greenbrier East. That's going to be very close to the first down marker. Fourth down and 1 to go for Greenbrier East on their own 40-yard line. It looks like Greenbrier East, with their luck running the ball, they're going to.
This is a big gamble for Greenbrier.
King at quarterback. 22 with the ball.
And he just got past that marker, Gary.
Battle on the carry, one of their best running backs, number 22, gains the first down. Robbie Clarkson, a senior, 6'2", 335, going into the lineup.
But what hurts the most, the Knights had him in the backfield and he slipped away.
Mario Jantel on the defensive line, on the left defensive end. Now there's the defense we love. Record on the tackle. Rosenberger in on the tackle. A loss of 5 yards. That'll get them pumped up. Brady back at strong safety. And sophomore Jesse Gribble, number 24, in the secondary.
And they're going to let the clock expire on the first quarter here.
So at the end of the first quarter, Greenbrier East 13, Preston 7.
We'll be right back after these messages on your hometown TV station with second quarter action from Knights Stadium.
Kent and Melissa with Delano's Furniture and Mattress. Celebrate the new year with us by saving big on our double-sided made in West Virginia mattress sets.
Yesterday's quality meets today's technology. A mattress you can flip. It'll last you year after year.
Come experience the Delano's difference.
The Delano's difference. The Delano's difference.
We also have adjustable beds.
From a simple switch, troubleshooting a problem, a new service, to that backup generator that you'll need in times of emergency, Blake Electric can handle all your electrical needs. They have the experience and knowledge to do it professionally and safely and do the job right the first time. There's been an accident. The emergency has left you with physical trauma and legal issues to deal with. The bills are piling up, and you're overwhelmed. Where do you turn for legal representation?
Hi, I'm Paul Eastep.
And I'm Steve Schaefer.
We're attorneys practicing right here in your home county of Preston.
Centrally located on West Main Street in Kingwood, just across from McDonald's, the offices of Eastep and Schaefer are an easy drive from anywhere in Preston County.
You don't have to go outside Preston County to hire a lawyer with the know-how, the experience, and the knowledge to represent you fairly in a serious personal injury matter. Call us at Eastep and Schaefer at 329-6003 or visit us on the web at www.eastepschaeferlaw.com.
From humble beginnings, Stone Paving has emerged as one of the premier paving companies in the region. Stone Paving has been doing business for nearly 20 years and provides asphalt paving services to residential, commercial, and highway customers. They're pre-qualified with the West Virginia Department of Highways and have a history of meeting the most demanding schedules. Stone Paving has equipment and personnel that can complete any project, and they're committed to providing quality service at a competitive price. When you're planning your next project, call Stone Paving.
At the Landing Dental Spa, our goal is to provide quality dental care at a relaxed spa-like atmosphere. Dental chairs with heat and massage, warm neck wraps, and personal TVs make your appointment as stress-free as possible. Located off the Pierpont exit, now accepting new patients of any age. Call 304-594-2200 today and visit our website at www.thelandingdentalspa.com to schedule an appointment. The Landing Dental Spa, a healthy smile with peace of mind.
Hut 1, Hut 2, Hut 3.
Buck! What do you think you're doing?
I'm just trying to teach these ladies how to play football.
You leave those girls alone and get back to work.
But they want to play.
Hi, Buck! You better get in there and get my winter treads on and check my brakes and change the oil. We have to get to the Preston Knights football game, you fool!
Rainbow Tire, the tire lady takes care of me.
Back in Kingwood, the Knights trailing by a touchdown, 13-7, to the Greenbrier East Spartans. And Gary, Greenbrier has done it all on big plays. The Knights have got to get a handle defensively here, and I'm sure that's exactly what the coaches are talking about right now. They just had a big play to make it 2nd and 15 as we get set to start second quarter action here. And the coaches want no letdown. They want to get this team fired up. They want them to come back out here and fire off the ball.
Nice crowd here at the home opener for the Preston Knights. Beautiful scenery, beautiful picture. All right, defense. Secondary, we have number 28 for Preston, Jacob Brady, a junior. Number 24, Jesse Gribble, a sophomore. Let them outside. That was one of the keys that started. You cannot let them outside.
But, again, we've got laundry on the field all the way back in the backfield, and that's going to go against Greenbrier East. So that one's coming back. There's a big play again, taken off the books.
Crackback block or hold, one of the two. Anyway, that'll be worth 15 yards. That'll take Greenbrier East back deep into their own territory, where it will be third down and
second down. Second down again.
And a lot of yards.
Yeah, that'll make it second and about 30.
Chase Bourne coming in to play defensive end, I believe, for Preston, along with number 60 for Preston on the defensive. Branson Tasker.
And the spotter says that was a personal foul.
Number 77, Cal Dalton, senior, 6'2", 298. Hunter Bischoff at one of the linebacker positions, along with Blake Miller and Pig Summers. Playing the corner for Preston, number 18.
The Spartans get a
David
long time
Record.
to talk that one over in the huddle, Gary, because the coach asked for an explanation on the penalty, and that's his right to do so, but that gave them a break. Now, with the play clock winding, they finally decide to send a substitution in. Somebody comes in probably with a play, and they come quickly to the line, but they're going to have to get this ball snapped. I think that was a late start. But no whistle from the official, so they got away with it.
The interior of our defense, they just haven't found a big run by Greenbrier East. Number 63 into the lineup, William Reed. Coach Tenna keeps sending defensive linemen in there. We're not getting any penetration, and we're not making any tackles. Battle.
And again, the flags fly.
Well, that was clear across field. Can't tell what's going on.
Spotter says a holding call.
We just cannot let Greenbrier East get a first down here, Steve. They got to go clear to the Preston 48-yard line.
We see what has hurt them in their first two games. They are penalized.
Yeah.
And when they take a penalty, they don't take these little 5-yard ones. They go for the gusto.
That's like Preston in their first two ball games, Steve. We've had 14 penalties total for 92 yards. You know, that's a lot of yardage to make up. All right, this is what we needed. Let them punt it, and we'll get a run back. Deep for Preston, Jacob Brady.
And you might say, well, why decline that? Hey, they're already facing 3rd and 20.
Yeah.
So that makes it 4th and 20.
Single setback there for Preston. Nice punt. Out of bounds.
Yeah, he takes that one out of play and out of the hands of the Knights as far as being able to do anything.
Another flag down. I hope we did. The punt went out on the 40, and there's a flag here on the 35 of Greenbrier East. Legal man downfield before the punt. Yeah, we'll probably turn that down and take the ball 1st and 10.
Well, they're walking it back here. I think the coaches are thinking, well, we want an opportunity to return that ball.
5, 10. Well, they're taking it back 15. That's a no-brainer there, Steve. I would take that too. Making punt from his own 15-yard line.
Yeah, this will be 4th down now and about 1.25 miles. Call it 4th and 45.
Get away from it, get away from it, get away from it. That's it. Good job. Good job of Jacob Brady. Letting it go. We're going to take, we gained 10.
Got about 15 yards
We gained
on that.
another 15 yards on that.
Yeah. Well,
who was after the
Coach
kicker?
Coach Tennant, I'm sure, is going to say, hey, the explanation is if they want to make that mistake, we're going to let them.
Yes. All right, offense. Let's get her in gear. Let's even this score up. Dakota Holt. Pig Summers. Pig Summers.
And he's drugged down just short of the line.
He's going to get back to the line of scrimmage. Tackled by number 62, Jamie Boone for Greenbrier East. Record goes to the slot to the right. Nizel. Summers again. Gets it back to the line of scrimmage where it'll be third down. Preston on the Greenbrier 45-yard line. Started time here in the second quarter with 9:23 to go in the first half. Greenbrier East 13, Preston 7. Nizel, way right. Record in the slot. Motion on Preston.
And the laundry just continues to fly here.
So that'll move them back to the 50-yard line where it will be 3rd and 15 for the Preston Knights here in the second quarter. All right, Dakota, it's your turn, kid. You can make those big plays.
Bounces out over here on the sideline. Good pressure from the Spartans, but he just wore the first man out. He ran out of gas chasing Dakota around in the backfield. And he got out wide to the left here and got up ahead of steam. And he had one man to beat there, and he'd have been free, sprung down the sidelines. He just needed one more block out there, Gary.
Pompili coming in to punt for the Knights. Number 22, battle deep for Greenbrier East. Nice snap by Blake Miller. Oh, nice roll. Ball rolls down to the 11-yard line of Greenbrier East. Well, Greenbrier East will take over 1st and 10. Nice punt by Pompili. A sophomore, 6'1", 194. We're playing a lot of young players as I look at these grades on here. Jesse Gribble, sophomore. Brady, a junior. Bischoff, a freshman, was getting a little playing time, number 52.
Now the Knights have the Spartans back deep if they can keep them there, and they bottle the first running play up.
Blake
for
Miller,
a short gain.
Blake Miller on the tackle, along with number 58 for Preston, Hunter Bischoff, junior, 5'4", 137. Maria Jantel into the lineup at the left defensive end for Preston, along with number 63, a defensive tackle, William Reed, a sophomore, 5'9", 214. Jesse Gribble, he wasn't looking back for the ball. Yeah. Sophomore, it was nice play. You could see that coming.
That brings up a 3rd and 9 for the Spartans. Deep in their own end. Preston needs to get another stop here, and then, well, you never know what Greenbrier East will do, but you would suspect they'd punt the ball out of there. But first things first, don't give up a big play here on 3rd and 9.
Bostic wide to the left. Slot. Past the number left. Oh, boy, I don't know who. Tell you what, number 24 come up there and about knocked him down. Jesse Gribble come up and hit him first, and number 60 helped make the tackle for Preston. Branson Tasker. 3rd down and 8 with 6:57 to go here in the first half. And fourth.
Should be fourth. Should be fourth now.
Now the officials caught it. Yeah, now we got it. He put down what he's putting first down for. Now what happened here?
Personal foul on the Knights. Wow. That's going to be an automatic first down.
That's 2 personal fouls we've had.
And that's a killer right there because you had them backed up deep.
Yes, we did. Mandanville in on the carry, gains of 6 yards.
Second and 4 with the clock winding at about 6:25.
Tackle made by Hunter Bischoff. And Christian Miller in on the tackle. Christian, one of our leading tackles on defense for the first 2 ball games. All right, defense. Greenbrier East up to their own 46-yard line here with 5:54 to go in the second quarter.
And they'll break into Knight territory over the 50 and down to the 46.
Jantel in on the tackle along with number 63 for Preston, William Reed. Preston's going to take a timeout here with 5:29 to go here in the second quarter. East Fairmont. Greenbrier East 13, Preston 7. Steve, next week we have another home game here at Knight Stadium. Special activities going on when RCB, Robert C. Byrd, comes into Knight Stadium.
Yeah, there are. It'll be honoring the military that evening, and they have some special activities planned for students from both schools, according to AD Bruce Huggins.
Yes.
And all kinds of good fun going on up here on the mountain.
Hey, we got some royalty on this football team. Tell you that. Queen Series of 76th. The student athletic trainer Courtney Christopher is helping our athletic trainer and
King Buckwheat. Yeah, none other than Chase Bourne.
Number 21. So we got the royalty. So these kids are involved in a lot of activities. You know, there's a lot of time taken up not only with the Buckwheat Festival this time of year, but also the Chase Bourne and football, and Courtney involved in athletic trainers. So good luck to these Buckby Festival royalty.
Another pitch and catch and across the way. And boy, that ball had some air under it.
Jesse Gribble gets beat. Valentine into the ball game defensively for Preston. All right, come on, defense, do your thing.
Nice hit, middle of the line there.
Blake Miller in on the tackle along with Bryson Valentine. That gives them a gain of 3. Jeremy Hovatter in the lineup for number 60, Branson Tasker. All right, D, we need a turnover right now. There's nice hitting.
Yeah, runner stacked up by the interior of the Knight defense there. And the
Battle gets stopped for about 2-yard gain where it'll be 3rd down and 4 or 5. Jeremy Hovatter in on the stop. Battle, defensive line. There'll be no first down on that run. Miller in on the tackle with the host of Preston Knights, along with number 51 for Preston, Jeremy Hovatter. And number 62 for Preston, Bryson Valentine.
Now 4th and short, I would expect the Spartans to put their heads down and try to bowl forward here.
Bryson Hunter into the lineup.
Preston defenders got to bow their necks here, Gary.
22, Battle. Oh, he's not going to get it. He's not going to get it. Pig Summers, Blake Miller. In on the tackle.
I'd say close enough that they'll call for a measurement here, Gary, but let's see. The officials look it over.
All right, cameraman, what do you think? Not close. Okay, our cameraman, Terry Cochran, says it'll be 1st and 10 Preston. Going the opposite way here in the second quarter with 3:18 to go. All right.
Yeah, he missed that by a full yard, Gary.
All right, Preston. We need to drive for a touchdown, Steve, and tie this game up here or take the lead here in the first half to get these boys all pumped up as they go into the locker room at halftime.
Yeah, and we had a good outing on offense and a good sustained drive to score in the south end zone. We got to go back and score in the north end here now before the half and get this thing back on track. The defense did their part. They stood up right there and just stonewalled the Greenbrier East Spartans.
Dakota Holt. Cut him up. Needs some better blocking out there, number 28. The middle school, Steve, played Westwood Middle School out of Morgantown and lost 22-20 Wednesday night. In their first game, they beat team out of Clarksburg. So
they're fired up. They're playing an exciting brand of football.
Yeah, they're 1-1 right now. All right, Dakota. Bring it up to out of bounds. It'll be short from a first down of about four yards. They play here No, they play West Fairmont Middle School this coming Wednesday. So the Roseburg Squires will be at West Fairmont Middle School this Wednesday. We have Preston calling a timeout. That was a good defensive series there for Preston, stopping Greenbrier East deep in our territory.
Yeah, they turned the Spartans away, and they give the offense an opportunity here. We'll have, when they return from this timeout, a third and about 3 to get the drive continued here, pick up the first down. And just 2:09 left to operate, so you'd have to say the Knights are going to need a big play at some point if they're going to score on this drive. But just as importantly, keep possession of this ball and don't give the Spartans another opportunity.
Well, they've had 2 big plays here in the first quarter.
And a couple where they shot themselves in the foot.
Oh, yeah. Yep.
1 touchdown called back.
Youth night at Knight Stadium. A lot of different colored jerseys from these young men all along the stands and along the field. Summers not going to quite make it. That's going to be close. All right, first down. Way to go, Jared. All right, let's go. Ooh, a little too high.
Nice rollout by Holt there, facing pressure from 2 Spartan defenders in the backfield.
Yes.
But just nowhere to really go with that ball.
Intended for Rosenberger, 5'6", sophomore.
That'll bring up 2nd and 10.
Dakota Holt came to the sidelines to get the play, and we have a whistle here blowing. Oh, had the wrong placement. The official gave us an extra.
Yeah, nose of the ball ended up on the wrong side of the stripe there, so they back it up 12 inches.
2nd down and 10 for Preston on their own 28-yard line. Dakota Holt back deep. Well covered. Nizel.
Yeah, he laid that ball down there for Nizel, but
to run under.
Minute 43 remaining. 3rd and 10. Knights need to give themselves a chance here. Still have plenty of time. Need a first down.
Going to get the first down.
All the way out to the 40-yard line. Dakota Holt doing it with his feet once again.
He can make some plays. Turning clock here in the first half. Preston on their own 40-yard line. Nizel.
Oh, and just a half step from getting away.
Dakota Holt to Tucker Nizel. Nice crossing pattern by Tucker. Oh, someone run the wrong pattern. Nizel couldn't even see that ball. He didn't know where it was going. Incomplete. They had their patterns or something crossed up here. Make it 2nd down and 10. Preston from their own 33-yard line. 1 minute to go here in the first half. Chandler over the ball. Dakota Holt looking. Incomplete. So it will be 3rd down and 10.
Inside a minute now, 54 seconds remaining for the Knights. Again, still plenty of time, but once again, up against a 3rd down, and you got to believe this is 2-down territory, but
make sure at halftime you grab a snack and your favorite beverage and sit down and listen to the Preston Marching Knights, Colors of Rock. Back in black. Got it.
They're going to mark him down, Gary.
Jacob
just shy of the
Brady.
goal line.
Dakota Holt to number 28. Jacob Brady, a junior, 5'9", 147. Down to the 1-yard line with 47 seconds to go. Just a goose on goose. Dakota Holt. Preston, 1-yard run by Dakota Holt.
You could feel that one coming.
Oh, that great pass from Dakota Holt to number 28, Jacob Brady. 39 seconds to go. Preston ties the ball game up.
And an opportunity here to take the lead going into the locker room.
Pompili, bad snap, and the holder dropped the ball.
That will remain tied at 13.
It was a good snap into the holder. So back to, the Preston Marching Knights band. First, Colors of Rock. Back in black, green onions. Elijah Crest and Taylor Robinson have a special part in this Green Onions presentation by the Marching Knights band. So stay tuned at halftime.
We'll set it wide, put the mics all out the window, and we'll let you enjoy halftime as though you were here at Knights Stadium. As well you should be, because you're missing a great ball game.
Now that'll have those boys pumped up. Of course, don't forget we've got 39 seconds to go, Steve. Here in the first half.
They've got to limit Greenbrier East to some short gains or no gains, or hey, let's go for broke. How about a turnover? We haven't had that yet.
Now Bryson Valentine, he kicked off the first one, only kicked a 10-yard one. Now he's kicking again. Let's get one of those long. There you go. There you go. Where's the tackles?
I'll tell you what, there's a lot of guys in there with black jerseys that are grabbing at the ball when they should be
10,
putting that man on
20,
his back.
30, 40. He ran that ball back 45 yards after that squib kick down the middle of the field.
Set the clock to 23 seconds. And Greenbrier East is way too close to the end zone.
Yes. All right, let's see who they got in their quarterback this time. Whether it's number 12 or number 15.
You got to believe they want to chuck that ball down close to the end zone.
15.
And they have time to do it at least twice, maybe 3 times.
King. Where's our safeties? There's no one deep. Not a soul deep. And they're manning up. Delay of game for Greenbrier East. We need some pressure on the quarterback now, Steve, here to run him out of the pocket. Don't give him a chance to pass the ball. Now we got safeties moving back a little farther.
Well, that one not particularly on the mark.
Well, thank goodness number 13 for Preston was giving a little pressure to the quarterback.
Brings up 2nd and 15.
Get him. You got. That's what was complete to number 13. Is that Dakota Holt back there? Is that number 10 back there? Yes, it is. It's our quarterback, isn't it?
I believe it is.
He was back there at free safety.
I'll tell you, the scary part is there was a receiver that got behind Dakota and everybody else in a black jersey. But there just wasn't an opportunity for a pass to get there.
They put a little pressure on him, pushed him out of the pocket. But the ball was completed to number 13 for Greenbrier East, Bostic. So we're down to 11 seconds to go here. This will probably be the last play for Greenbrier East here in the first half. The score tied, Preston 13, Greenbrier East 13, in a beautiful night for football in Preston County. Again, reminders to get your favorite beverage and something to snack on and watch the Preston Marching Knights Band. Drum major Noah Combs. Yeah, they've got Jesse Gribble running deep, Dakota Holt running deep, along with Jacob Brady. Free safety and 2 safeties playing about 20 yards off. Blake Miller. That'll run it down to, that's what we needed, pressure on that quarterback.
About 5.5 seconds.
Corners now are backing off a little bit more. Very nice defense by Blake Miller, number 54 for Preston. Well, they got one more down.
I missed a down or picked up an extra down somewhere here, Gary. I thought that was 4th down.
Chase Bourne in.
But it's 4th down now.
Oh, the coach says, "Oh, we're going to try a field goal."
3 seconds on the clock.
Field goal from 41. That's a 51.
He's got a lot of confidence in this young man's leg.
That's a 58-yard attempt. Oh, yeah. Got the Greenbrier East players all fired up over there, and they brought the kicker in. Sam Snyder, a senior, 5'10", 165 pounds. But I wasn't watching in pregame whether he's kicking long field goals or not. I didn't win the 50-50 because I couldn't find anybody selling them. That saved me a couple bucks.
Well, that's the sneaky part of that.
That's an arm length is $5, and that's a lot of tickets.
Yeah, come on up. That's a better opportunity than Powerball right there. The odds are better.
Yes.
All right. Well, they're serious about it. They're going to kick this ball.
Preston calls timeout. Way to ice him. Coach, way to ice him.
Well, hey, you've got one left, and you can't take it with you.
No, you can't use it the second half. Again, a reminder that we will be back here at Knights Stadium next Friday night at 7 o'clock to play the Robert C. Byrd AA Big Ten football team. Yeah, I'd tell you, our schedule, we had to get rid of Elkins and East Fairmont. We had to pick up West Fairmont and R.C. Byrd.
And those are two very high-quality teams right there.
Yeah.
It's a little bit strained in the Big Ten because you've got so many AA teams. And then you have two AAA teams.
Out of 14 teams in the Big Ten, there's 12 of them AAs. And only two, Buchanan and Preston, are the only two AAAs, and they don't know what they're going to do. And, of course, they help dictate the schedule, but Preston doesn't know what they're going to do either because if you want to qualify for the state playoffs, you got to play.
You got to do more than beat AA teams.
Yeah, you got to play at least
even
6.
Good ones.
Yeah, you got to play at least 6 AAA teams, and that's why we're traveling all the time down to Greenbrier East and down to the Eastern Panhandle. Get him. All right.
Okay, the Knights.
Branson Tasker and Blake Miller in on the tackle.
Not fooled on that fake field goal after all the machinations and maneuverings by the coaches on both sidelines. And we go off to the locker room at halftime. And it's a 13-13 deadlock. So two twice-beaten teams battle it out here. Pretty good first half of action. Exciting first half.
Except for the first quarter.
Except
for the first quarter.
I'll say it was an exciting first half of action.
There's the new stairs that was built.
Entertaining first half of action. Yeah, the boys probably like that. They don't have to run the hill now to get to the locker room at halftime.
But the first half, the first quarter, our defense just played poorly, and they gave up those 2 touchdowns to Greenbrier. A 24-yard run made it 7-0, and a 41-yard pass and run made it 13-0. In the first 5 minutes of the first quarter, we were down 13-0, and we came back, scored one 1-yard run by Dakota Holt, and the other touchdown was scored. I lost it here. Dakota Holt had a 3-yard run. So
put the ball in his hands and let him finish the job. But it was a team effort on both of those drives. Great effort by the Knights, and they kept their heads up. Didn't worry about the past mistakes. Offense wasn't grumbling about the defense. They just went out and did their job. And then the defense started to pick up a little bit. Greenbrier East made some mistakes. Spartans and the Knights, 13-13, halftime of the home opener. An exciting game at Knights Stadium. And we'll be back with halftime and the band
right after this.
Kent and Melissa with Delano's Furniture and Mattress. Celebrate the new year with us by saving big on our double-sided made in West Virginia mattress sets.
Yesterday's quality meets today's technology. A mattress you can flip. It'll last you year after year. Come experience the Delano's difference.
The Delano's difference. The Delano's difference.
We also have adjustable beds.
From a simple switch, troubleshooting a problem, a new service, to that backup generator that you'll need in times of emergency, Blake Electric can handle all your electrical needs. They have the experience and knowledge to do it professionally and safely and do the job right the first time. There's been an accident. The emergency has left you with physical trauma and legal issues to deal with. The bills are piling up, and you're overwhelmed. Where do you turn for legal representation?
Hi, I'm Paul Eastep.
And I'm Steve Schaefer.
We're attorneys practicing right here in your home county of Preston.
Centrally located on West Main Street in Kingwood, just across from McDonald's, the offices of Eastep and Schaefer are an easy drive from anywhere in Preston County.
You don't have to go outside Preston County to hire a lawyer with the know-how, the experience, and the knowledge to represent you fairly in a serious personal injury matter. Call us at Eastep and Schaefer at 329-6003 or visit us on the web at www.eastepschaeferlaw.com.
From humble beginnings, Stone Paving has emerged as one of the premier paving companies in the region. Stone Paving has been doing business for nearly 20 years and provides asphalt paving services to residential, commercial, and highway customers. They're pre-qualified with the West Virginia Department of Highways and have a history of meeting the most demanding schedules. Stone Paving has equipment and personnel that can complete any project, and they're committed to providing quality service at a competitive price. When you're planning your next project, call Stone Paving.
At the Landing Dental Spa, our goal is to provide quality dental care at a relaxed spa-like atmosphere. Dental chairs with heat and massage, warm neck wraps, and personal TVs make your appointment as stress-free as possible. Located off the Pierpont exit, now accepting new patients of any age. Call 304-594-2200 today and visit our website at www.thelandingdentalspa.com to schedule an appointment. The Landing Dental Spa, a healthy smile with peace of mind.
Hut 1, Hut 2, Hut 3.
Buck! What do you think you're doing?
I'm just trying to teach these ladies how to play football.
You leave those girls alone and get back to work.
But they want to play.
Hi, Buck! You better get in there and get my winter treads on and check my brakes and change the oil. We have to get to the Preston Knights football game, you fool!
Rainbow Tire, the tire lady takes care of me.
Together and welcome the pride of Preston County. We will premiere two of our four pieces of our show tonight. The Colors of Rock and Roll. Starting tonight is the popular tune by AC/DC, Back in Black. All you rockers will love this one. We will continue with Green Onion by Booker T and the MGs featuring the 50-50 drawing, please come back to the concession stand. If you are the winner of the 50-50 drawing, please come back to the concession stand. Thank you.
From a simple switch, troubleshooting a problem, a new service, to that backup generator that you'll need in times of emergency, Blake Electric can handle all your electrical needs. They have the experience and knowledge to do it professionally and safely and do the job right the first time. There's been an accident. The emergency has left you with physical trauma and legal issues to deal with. The bills are piling up, and you're overwhelmed. Where do you turn for legal representation?
Hi, I'm Paul Eastep.
And I'm Steve Schaefer.
We're attorneys practicing right here in your home county of Preston.
Centrally located on West Main Street in Kingwood, just across from McDonald's, the offices of Eastep and Schaefer are an easy drive from anywhere in Preston County.
You don't have to go outside Preston County to hire a lawyer with the know-how, the experience, and the knowledge to represent you fairly in a serious personal injury matter. Call us at Eastep and Schaefer at 329-6003 or visit us on the web at www.eastepschaeferlaw.com.
From humble beginnings, Stone Paving has emerged as one of the premier paving companies in the region. Stone Paving has been doing business for nearly 20 years and provides asphalt paving services to residential, commercial, and highway customers. They're pre-qualified with the West Virginia Department of Highways and have a history of meeting the most demanding schedules. Stone Paving has equipment and personnel that can complete any project, and they're committed to providing quality service at a competitive price. When you're planning your next project, call Stone Paving.
At the Landing Dental Spa, our goal is to provide quality dental care at a relaxed spa-like atmosphere. Dental chairs with heat and massage, warm neck wraps, and personal TVs make your appointment as stress-free as possible. Located off the Pierpont exit, now accepting new patients of any age. Call 304-594-2200 today and visit our website at www.thelandingdentalspa.com to schedule an appointment. The Landing Dental Spa, a healthy smile with peace of mind.
Hut 1, Hut 2, Hut 3.
Buck! What do you think you're done?
I'm just trying to teach these ladies how to play football.
You leave those girls alone and get back to work.
But they want to play.
Hi, Buck! You better get in there and get my winter treads on and check my brakes and change the oil. We have to get to the Preston Knights football game, you fool!
Rainbow Tire, the tire lady takes care of me.
The Wound Healing Center at Preston Memorial Hospital offers care to patients with wounds that have not followed the normal path or time frame for healing. Our goal is not only to heal your wounds, but to help prevent further wound problems. We work to educate you on why you have a non-healing wound, what you need to do to heal it, and what you can do to prevent future problems. The Wound Healing Center, inside the new Preston Memorial Hospital. Call today to start the healing. 304-329-3348.
Brown's Mill Grocery invites you to stop by for anything you might need. If you're looking for a quick bite, Brown's Mill has buffet-style pizza, fresh subs, and cold drinks. Fill up your tank and your car's tank, too, with quality gasoline. Snacks, cold drinks, gasoline, anything you might need, you'll find at Brown's Mill Grocery. Brown's Mill Grocery at the corner of the Dogtown Road and Route 92. We look forward to seeing you soon at Brown's Mill Grocery.
almost heaven.
The Mountain State,
West Virginia,
the proudest state in the country. You'll love the Almost Heaven collection, only available at Delano's Furniture and Mattress. Double-sided mattresses with today's sleep technology, made right here in the great state of West Virginia. So don't rush to the nearest Mattress Mart. Take a short ride to Delano's Furniture and Mattress. Experience the Delano's difference.
Why buy half a mattress when you can get a double-sided set at Delano's?
We are back at Knights Stadium. Halftime festivities coming to an end. We hope you enjoyed the Marching Knights, the pride of Preston County, and their halftime show. But now, back to business. The captains are on the field. Greenbrier East has come out of the locker room. They're stretching out across the way, getting limbered up. And the Knights on the near sideline are raring to go. We're set for second half action here. Gary Livengood, Preston did what they had to do to hang in the first half.
Yeah, that first quarter defense.
You were saying?
I didn't have my microphone turned on, Steve. You know, we started up very poorly, especially our defense. I started off the kickoff, went about 10 or 15 yards, and Greenbrier East got a very short field, and they turned around and scored a 24-yard run. We got the ball back. First series offensively, we fumbled, and Greenbrier East recovered, and they turned around on a 41-yard pass and run. They were up 13-0 with 7:46 to go in the first quarter. Bing, bang, boom.
Yeah, everything the Spartans did to us in the first half offensively on their side of the ball was big plays. It wasn't sustained drives. It was long passes. It was long runs, broken plays by our defense, and we just let them get away on 2 or 3 occasions. Then they shot themselves in the foot.
Oh, they had a series of...
They had a touchdown, long touchdown, by the way, called back. They had a series of personal fouls. Everything from personal fouls to delay of game.
Yeah.
But generally, when they went on penalties, they went big. At one point, they were 3rd and 45. And when you're 3rd and nearly half the field, you're doing something wrong, boss.
Yeah. Dakota Holt scored in the first quarter on a 3-yard run. Extra point was good. Down 13-7 at the end of the first quarter. Second quarter, we held Greenbrier East scoreless. Preston comes back with 39 seconds to go, and Holt scored on a 1-yard run. And so at halftime, it is 13-13 Preston, with Preston getting the kickoff here to start the second half, Steve.
Now, I've heard you say it, and I'll let you say it. If the Knights hold true to form, what happens in the second half?
They'll outscore the opponents according to the stats. The first half has always been the worst when the opponents outscored Preston 47-13 in first and second quarter. And in the second half, we come back and play well. And so the second half is our ball game. So we'll see Preston come back and win their first game of the season here at Knights Stadium against the Greenbrier East Spartans.
Knights will get the ball. Spartans kicking off to
Very
start
nice kick.
The third quarter.
Jacob Brady, junior, 5'9", 147, brings that kick back to the 45-yard line to start second half.
That's not a name we've said a lot, not a name we've talked about a lot with Coach Tennant on the coaches show. But exactly what he said had to happen. Here's a kid who is stepping up, stepping into a role, and making something good happen.
Pig Summers breaks the first tackle, breaks the second.
Great effort by Summers.
Takes it down to the Greenbrier East 42-yard line. 1st and 10 Preston here in the start of the second activities. Coach Chandler, the offensive coordinator, is trying to get the Preston offense to speed up the action a little bit here. Whistles again. I don't know how many penalties total there were in the first half, but the yellow flags are starting to fly already. We're going to have a 5-yard penalty against Preston. It'll still be 1st and 15 now for Preston, back on the Greenbrier East 46-yard line. Summers at tailback. Hand off to Summers. Breaks free. Misses that great run by Summers, number 33 for Preston. Senior, 5'5", 205 pounds. Moved from tight end to running back after Caleb Gribble was hurt and Chase Bourne was hurt. Justin Motes was hurt, so Coach Tennant switching people around. Dakota Holt. That's going to be another. Boy, Dakota Holt took a hit in the back from number 12 from Greenbrier East, Persinger. And that looked like a little bit of spearing with the helmet, but Dakota kind of shakes it off and jumps up and goes back into the huddle.
Knights with the first down, and they're going very up-tempo with the offense here, Gary.
Summers again, I'll tell you, they're running over that right side of our offensive line with Blake Miller and Bryson Valentine for Preston. Summers again, he's going to be a little resistance this time. Gets it back to the line of scrimmage where it will be 3rd down and 5. All right, Dakota, let's do your thing. You can make those plays now. 3rd down and 4, and of course this will be 2-down territory for Preston down to the East Fairmont's 20-yard line. Offensive coordinator calls in a play from the sidelines. Chase Bourne, tailback. Summers. He's going to get that 1st down. He tucked that ball in. They're going to call it 1st down, Preston. All right, okay, nope. 4th and 1.
That's got to be 4th and inches.
Dakota Holt. He's going to get the 1st down with yardage to spare. Out front blocking, number 33 for Preston, Pig Summers. Summers going to pick up about 3 yards. That'll get inside the 10-yard line for Preston.
2nd and about 7. They can pick up a 1st down right around the 3-yard line here.
Maria Gentile, senior, 5'8", 170, over there blocking at that left tackle position for Preston. Jeremy Hovatter, senior, offensive tackle.
And I think they got him with the
Dakota
hard
Holt
count right there.
Yeah, that's the 2nd time today Dakota's committed that hard count. All right, that'll be 2nd down and Second down and
Got about
two for a first down. We can get a first down here inside the 5-yard line. Summers, he's been the workhorse down here. Follow him right in. Good way to go, Summers. Number 33 for the Preston Knights. Jared Pig Summers, 5'5" senior, 205 pounds. Preston takes the lead here early in the third quarter.
Gary, the Knights came out, put Greenbrier East back on their heels, and the Spartans never recovered defensively. Preston marched that ball.
Yeah.
One or two little bobbles there with 5-yard penalty and short gains, but decisive play by Dakota Holt and the offensive unit.
And that was good.
And the Knights put their 20th point on the board with 7:55 on the clock. Knights in the lead here, as you predicted, 20-13 in the third quarter.
I think that touchdown there in the late in the second quarter got a little momentum in there, that little mojo. You know that little mojo? Large crowd, got them all excited now.
Yeah, they've got the signs out. They've got the fans up, and they are
I don't know what Coach
cheering on these Knights.
Tennant told the boys at halftime, but we're tied 13-13 going into the dressing room. So
well, that's why he coaches and we don't. He knows what to say.
I'm sure he made few adjustments, especially on the defensive end. So, with 7:54 to go here in the third quarter, Preston 20, East.
And again,
Greenbrier East 13.
Tuesday evening, we filmed the coach's show in Coach Tennant's
classroom
here at Preston High, and we have that on the air for you Wednesday as early as we can, usually right around noon. And you'll hear from the coach himself, so we can ask him what he said and get those little pearls of wisdom. And if you can't catch it on Atlantic Broadband Cable Channel 7, remember you can see it shortly after on our YouTube channel, and that's YouTube/Cable 7.
All right. All right. You got him deep. Keep him down there. All right.
Nice pursuit by the Knights, and we pin the Spartans back deep with great special teams play.
Driving way back to their own 20-yard line will be 1st and 10. All right, defense, let's do your thing. It's like the offensive unit did to start out the third quarter. It's a good place to hold them on downs and let them punt.
Hopefully the Knights can get a 3-and-out here and then begin to build some offensive momentum and build a cushion in that score.
Gang tackling by the Preston Knights. Blake Miller along with Rosenberger. Second down and about 4 yards to go for Greenbrier East. Boy, someone submarined that ball carrier. Let's catch that number on that. Number 54, Blake Miller. And kind of catch the other one. 58 for Preston. Hunter Bishop. Third and 1, Greenbrier East on their own 30-yard line. Battle will pick up the first down. Jetnell on the tackle along with Blake Miller.
All right, the Knights need to regroup here.
Branson,
Still have the Spartans well back in their own territory.
Branson Tasker in there at defensive tackle for Preston. Summers and a host of black jerseys.
And we've got a flag in the air late, which usually means some extracurricular activity after the end of the play. There was some flailing around at the end of that, Gary, and I don't know if that turned into some pushing and shoving. But it's a personal foul against the Spartans and an offsetting personal foul against the Knights.
Chris Ryan, 13. Coach took him out right away. That put him over the sidelines, let him cool off a little bit to see what's going on here. Offsetting penalties, so clock says 1st and 10, but the sideline says 2nd and 8. We're going to talk to both teams here about the personal foul. That's our 3rd personal foul tonight, Steve, and I know Coach Tennant will address that at practice come Monday.
So that was extracurricular. That all happened after the play.
Yeah. So the officials got both teams together and say, boys, one more time and you're not going to you're out. The field stuff is different from the clock, so it is 2nd down and 8. Branson Tasker in on the tackle, along with number 50 for Preston, Janelle.
Big 3rd and 4 here for Preston.
Jeremy Hovatter in a defensive tackle. Very big stop here, Preston. Let him outside. Don't do that. Record, you let him outside.
Oh, drop the ball. Officials are going to say he was down at the point of contact, but that ball was coming loose.
Number 18, David Record, let him outside and just didn't have enough speed to really catch him. 10, 20, 30, about a 38-yard run by Maddenville.
And Preston's going to take the first time out of the second half here, as Coach Tennant wants to kind of settle the boys down now.
Well, we had him stopped in the backfield, you know, and he broke loose, and we just didn't contain the outside. So with 4:56 to go here in the 3rd quarter.
Wise timeout, I believe, because the Knights were upset that they didn't get the fumble there, the fumble was overruled and the player was called down. And Coach Tennant wisely doesn't want his secondary distracted in their mental process when they line up for the next offensive play. Here come the Spartans.
All right, D. Good defense that time, secondary. Yeah. Gribble was up there along with number 14 for Preston Rosenberger, so that was well covered.
Brings up a 2nd and 10, and
yeah, another big play, Steve. Put them in scoring position, put them down into the red zone.
Spartans rotate a couple people into the lineup here.
They got trips to the left. Very nice play that time. Batted away by number 28 for Preston, Jacob Brady.
Yeah, good heads-up defense by Brady. Didn't try to do anything flashy, just got the job done down there and batted that ball out of play.
Clyde King, Kyle King, sophomore, is in a quarterback now. Third down and 10. All right, get a little pressure now. Blake, Summers, get a little pressure on that quarterback. Still same setup, trips to the left. Battle. Tackle, Hunter Bischoff. Fourth down for Greenbrier East.
Chase Bourne in there on the play, Gary. I think he got a piece of that right off the bat.
All right, they got trips again to the left. Watch the Persinger boy. He's their leading receiver, number 12. All right, incomplete. Nice coverage that time by number 28 for Preston, Jacob Bradley. So, defense, they did their thing their first series after that long run and the personal foul penalty. Came back and did their job. So
nice job of refocusing. They
Yes.
come out of the timeout and hold the Spartans and push them back in 4 downs here.
Flags flying everywhere again. Summers gets it up to the line of scrimmage, and the flag come flying out. Personal foul against Greenbrier East. They're getting frustrated right now, and that's good to see on our part. We'll take that 15 yards and that first down. I'll take the ball up to about 40, 30. They're looking.
And that's the kind of stuff that drives coaches crazy,
Yeah.
and I'm sure across the way they're trying to tell every one of their players, guys, you got to settle down. There's way too much.
See, they've got a 9-man front up there now. If you look at their defense, Summers will gain about 2 yards. And I think the coaching staff can see that this 8- and 9-man front is up there within 2 or 3 yards of the line of scrimmage. And I'm sure they're going to tell Dakota Holt, run a quick slant in with Nizel or with Brady. We had a player get out of his stance. Number 50 for Preston gets out of his stance. Coach Chandler sent a new slot man. Rosenberger. No one covering him over here. He's open. He's open. Now he's in motion. Rosenberger. Turn it up. He's going to get He's going to get 8 yards.
Yeah, out over the 45.
Yes. .240 to go here in the third quarter. Preston 20, Greenbrier East 13.
3rd and 4, but without that 5-yard penalty, Gary, there's a first down right there.
So again, Greenbrier East, I mean, they got 8 and 9 men within 2 or 3 yards of that. That's going to be about a yard short. Nice sportsmanship of Blake Miller. He helped number 40 for Greenbrier East up off the ground. It's going to be tough. Of all times to have a miscue, 4th down in your own territory with a yard to go.
Officials are going to look this over, but it's not that close.
Yeah, unless John Gribble didn't have the line straight, Coach. I mean, Steve.
Well, I don't think you can bet on that.
No, John and his guys of that field, it's immaculate. And very
Of course,
picturesque.
these guys on the chain gang, now they could make a misstep coming all the way across. But I don't think the Knights are going to be close on this one. We're kind of blocked by the team on the sideline there, but that's going to be Greenbrier East ball on downs.
Well,
they'll take over.
That's putting our defense back on that field real quick.
Yeah, they're back on the field too quick, and they're back on the hot seat because the Spartans are on the Knights' end of the field. Minute 47 remaining in the third period, and Preston going to have to come up with a stop again.
Yeah, we don't want to second-guess the coaching staff for not punting that ball. Because Pompili was a couple punts that he punted well. So Greenbrier East will take over on Preston territory at the Preston 47-yard line with 1st and 10. Get him. King fumbled the ball. Blake Miller in the tackle with Hovatter, which will make it 2nd down and 14.
That's a good start for the Knight defense right there with a little help by the Spartans.
Again, you got to watch number 12 for Greenbrier East. He's their leading receiver, and he's always playing the slot. Boy, there comes a flag flying out of nowhere.
That official threw that one like he meant it.
I would say it's something in their backfield or holding or something there on Greenbrier East.
Clock stops with 57 seconds remaining in the period.
Officials are talking to some of the players again.
And I tell you what, I think it's just good, hard play and some frustration on the part of a few of the Spartan players. You know, I don't think these teams know each other well enough to really dislike one another. I think it's just good, hard-spirited play. And the Spartans here late in the third period trailing. You know, they find themselves in a frustrating position because they're about to go 0-3.
Yeah, Coach, talking to the coach, Coach Ray Lee's been there for 6 years at Greenbrier East, and he's had some real good teams. He was in the state playoffs last year. he said, we've had a lot of penalties in the first 2 losses of the season. He said, we try to talk to the boys in practice and say, hey, it's not called for. But it's something that still has not been corrected on either side of Preston or Greenbrier East. Whoa.
Nice
now,
tackle.
There's a form tackle, and I think that ball flopped out. Blake Miller, he put the helmet to that Greenbrier East runner, not on who recovered it.
Mr. Miller's going to come to the near sideline, look at Coach, and say, is that what you wanted, sir?
Was that Hunter Bischoff at 58? Recovered that fumble, and Preston will take over 1st and 10 on the Greenbrier East 38-yard line with 36 seconds to go in the 3rd quarter, up 20-13. Yeah, that's that kind of spread offense where Hunter can either read, and if there's an opening, he runs it. If not, he'll stop and pass it. So he's got a lot of different options whenever he comes to that line of scrimmage. So we're going to let this 3rd quarter run out with Preston leading 20-13 in week 3 over Greenbrier East. No, he's going to run the play.
Holt drops to a knee, and we
smart.
come to the end of the 3rd. We'll take a quick break right here for these messages from the folks that bring you Preston Knight varsity football on Cable Channel 7, and we'll be back with the final quarter after this.
Kent and Melissa with Delano's Furniture and Mattress. Celebrate the new year with us by saving big on our double-sided made in West Virginia mattress sets.
Yesterday's quality meets today's technology. A mattress you can flip. It'll last you year after year. Come experience the Delano's difference.
The Delano's difference. The Delano's difference.
We also have adjustable beds.
From a simple switch, troubleshooting a problem, a new service, to that backup generator that you'll need in times of emergency, Blake Electric can handle all your electrical needs. They have the experience and knowledge to do it professionally and safely and do the job right the first time. There's been an accident. The emergency has left you with physical trauma and legal issues to deal with. The bills are piling up, and you're overwhelmed. Where do you turn for legal representation?
Hi, I'm Paul Eastep.
And I'm Steve Schaefer.
We're attorneys practicing right here in your home county of Preston.
Centrally located on West Main Street in Kingwood, just across from McDonald's, the offices of Eastep and Schaefer are an easy drive from anywhere in Preston County.
You don't have to go outside Preston County to hire a lawyer with the know-how, the experience, and the knowledge to represent you fairly in a serious personal injury matter. Call us at Eastep and Schaefer at 329-6003 or visit us on the web at www.eastepschaeferlaw.com.
From humble beginnings, Stone Paving has emerged as one of the premier paving companies in the region. Stone Paving has been doing business for nearly 20 years and provides asphalt paving services to residential, commercial, and highway customers. They're pre-qualified with the West Virginia Department of Highways and have a history of meeting the most demanding schedules. Stone Paving has equipment and personnel that can complete any project, and they're committed to providing quality service at a competitive price. When you're planning your next project, call Stone Paving.
At the Landing Dental Spa, our goal is to provide quality dental care at a relaxed spa-like atmosphere. Dental chairs with heat and massage, warm neck wraps, and personal TVs make your appointment as stress-free as possible. Located off the Pierpont exit, now accepting new patients of any age. Call 304-594-2200 today and visit our website at www.landingdentalspa.com. thelandingdentalspa.com to schedule an appointment. The Landing Dental Spa, a healthy smile with peace of mind.
Hut 1, Hut 2, Hut 3.
Buck! What do you think you're doing?
I'm just trying to teach these ladies how to play football.
You leave those girls alone and get back to work.
But they want to play.
Hi, Buck! You better get in there and get my winter treads on and check my brakes and change the oil. We have to get to the Preston Knights football game, you fool!
Rainbow Tire, the tire lady takes care of me.
Reminder, next week, 7 o'clock, Knight Stadium. RCB Bird will be here at Knight Stadium. We haven't played them for a long time. If we've ever played them before, I don't remember, Steve. Do you?
I can't recall playing them in football. We've played them in basketball.
Oh, yeah.
We played them in some other sports. But I don't recall a football game with Bird. Of course, after 19 years, there's a lot of things I don't recall.
They're a double-A school right outside of Clarksburg. And playing AAA Preston Knights. Both of them Big Ten schools, conference schools. So, Preston, fourth quarter, 12 minutes to go in the ball game, up 20-13. We got the ball on the Greenbrier East 37-yard line, 3rd down and 9.
Holt, not shy, going deep. Well, nice catch, but out of bounds. Just a little wide, but you saw the arm of Dakota Holt, and you saw what happened when he put that ball in the air. The Knights with a great opportunity right there to put it down deep. It's coming back. Incomplete, not because it wasn't caught, but because it was caught out of bounds. Oh, another big play.
He's gone.
And the specter of the big play comes back to haunt the Knights here.
There's a penalty down here. Looks like a crackback block again.
Boy, and if that's the case.
Tell you what, Coach Tennant and them are going to have to be working on special teams this week. I think that'll be high on their agenda come practice time on Monday or Tuesday.
Yeah, and, you know, I wouldn't doubt that there are going to be a couple of fellas getting talking to all the way back to Greenbrier County. There's 2 long
big play
touchdowns, big play touchdowns called back, one on a run on a busted play, one on special teams here now, where Greenbrier East executed almost perfectly, and then somebody throws an illegal block. And, you know, that's just one of those rules that's designed to protect the player, the student athlete, especially at this level. And they haven't quite got it down yet. I don't know the individual that was called on, you know, if they're an experienced player or somebody new just getting into the mix here at Greenbrier East. But unfortunately, you got to believe when they look at the film of this, they're going to get a talking to.
Dalton, senior, 6'2", 298, into defensive line at tackle for Preston. Mandyville will pick up a couple yards. Miller, boy, he's had a Miller and Summers have had a slew of tackles tonight, Steve. I don't know how many exactly, but we'll see the stats on Tuesday at the coach's show.
Yeah, stop after 2 yards.
Yeah. Valentine back into the defensive line. Dalton out.
And the Spartans are going to air it out again.
King.
Nicely defended.
Rosenberg. Right with him step by step. Jumped up and knocked it out. 3rd down and 7 for Greenbrier East on their own. What? 13-yard line.
Yeah, 3rd and a long 7 here. You got to believe they'll probably hang this one up again, unless they've got some trickery that they want to run at us.
Pendergast in the slot. Handoff. Number 1. Nice defense. 58, 18, 13.
They fooled nobody.
Dakota Holt going back in for Preston. Jacob Brady back to receive the punt for Greenbrier East.
Holt got a little pressure on the kicker.
Nice catch by Brady.
Brady comes up and does the smart thing and makes the
fair catch.
Makes the fair catch and keeps that ball from trickling downfield. And the Knights are going to take over in good field position once again.
So Preston will take it up deep in Greenbrier East territory at their 41-yard line. With 9:45 to go here in the ball game, Preston leading 20-13. Holt, Summers broke free. He's going to gain 8 yards on the carry. Takes it down to the Greenbrier East 33-yard line, where it will be 2nd down and 3.
Good second, third effort there, and he's going to be close to a 1st down, Gary.
Boy, he was hitting the backfield, and he turned and twisted, and that's going to give him a 1st down.
Yeah, and then the second hit came right along the line of scrimmage, and, you know, in a situation like that, a lot of runners will say, hey, we got it back to the line, let's re-up. He kept digging and falls forward, keeps going south, and now it's 3rd down and inside a yard, well inside a yard, probably inside a foot.
Oh.
And the flag comes out.
Hovatter just jumped. Rosenberger back into the ball game, which will make it 3rd down and 6. Scott Stone calling into plays from Coach Chandler to Dakota Holt. Trips here to the right. Oh!
Dakota pulled the string on that one a little bit. And the ball goes the other way.
We got a flag back here on the 50-yard line.
Probably on the Knights.
The ball carrier was stopped on the 15-yard line. Boy, the Greenbrier East fans down here just getting on the program. Little irate right now.
Well,
they're bringing it back.
Yeah, that's going to be on the Spartans. And the fans are upset. And, Gary, arguably you could say that some of these fans maybe don't know about some of these new rules. And so they think, hey, we're going to get on these officials because it's kind of a homer thing going on here.
Yeah.
That's not the case.
All right, the interception is good. Holding penalty on Greenbrier East takes it back to their own 40-yard line. Will be 1st and 10, Greenbrier East.
All right, the Knights will have to man up here once again.
Another big play called back.
That's we got a handful of. We're going to have to start counting on the other hand pretty soon.
Our defense has given up a lot of big plays. Thank goodness with penalties they've brought back. King.
A little double clutch there, but he threw it too far.
Well, there's another flag down.
They're talking to the Spartans. And now the Knights come up and get in on the conversation, but he's getting ready to walk that off.
Let's hope it's a 5-yarder.
I didn't see
he was outside the box.
I didn't see anything
he's
there
a
that
runner.
looked like legitimate roughing.
Yeah, he's a runner when he gets
They're
out
gonna
there.
They're going to mark off 15.
Because he's free game out there.
Yeah, that'll bring the Spartans over midfield and down to the Knight 45. Nose of the ball right at the 45-yard line. 1st and 10. That call I don't agree with.
Well, I really didn't pick it up that clearly. I just saw a flag come flying in. It was roughing the passer, but again, he's not the quarterback. And once he gets outside that box, he's fair game.
Yeah, even the quarterback can get hit out there. And the Spartans are trying to get on the move here.
That's a 15-yard gain by East Fairmont. Takes it down to the Preston 34-yard line where Coach Tennant says, hey, enough's enough here. Let's talk this over.
Yeah, timeout. The Knights will use it here.
Well, knock on wood, Steve. We have 3 starters out with injuries, and right now we have not had any visible injuries that we're aware of here tonight. Either East or Greenbrier East or
no, just
Preston.
over 7.5 to go, and the Knights have played a pretty physical game here, and nobody has come off the worst for wear, which speaks well of the conditioning and the efforts of the training staff and the coaches.
Yeah, Jeremy Dixon, I check with him every week when I come in on Monday or Tuesday and check the walking wounded and
the injury report.
Yeah, because Coach Tennant sometimes on the coaches show is not too free with his.
Coaches are not known to be particularly forthcoming with that and let the cat out of the bag. And that's understandable.
Oh, yeah.
He's not going to give all of his secrets away.
Especially when you got, I think you've got 8 or 9 playing both ways, offense and defense, Steve. So you get 1 or 2 of those hurt like we have now. We have 3 of them hurt tonight, not playing. So you got to find inexperienced substitutes to put in there for them. All right, 2nd down and 10, Greenbrier East on the Preston 34-yard line. 7:32 to go in the ball game.
And they are just dragging the Knights down the field here.
They're running right up the middle again. Another penalty. Another penalty.
Yeah, we've got multiple offenses here. Yeah, they'll go back to the line of scrimmage here and march this off against the Knights.
I didn't catch the penalty, Terry.
Spotter says it might have been an illegal substitution. They wind the clock.
Come on, defense. Oh, they're running up the middle again. Come on, boys. Boy, they're blowing that defensive line back on their heels.
Yeah, this is a startling development because
Wow.
the Knights had been standing strong.
They're running number one, Manderville, clear up the middle for the last 3 or 4 plays.
And they're going to go quick here.
And they're just knocking us back on our rear ends. There it goes again.
And the Knights stand up at the goal line and push that one back.
That'll make it third down, and goal to go. .6:23 on a turning clock here in the fourth quarter. Greenbrier East on the Preston 1-yard line.
And they push it over. Apparently, yep, it's in there.
Waited a while. Number one. This is important snap and a kick. They got a good kicker here. Snyder, number 11, in for the extra point. Preston 20, Greenbrier East 19.
Ball is down. That kick on its way and good. Holy moly, Gary. The Greenbrier East Spartans, just when we thought they had shot themselves in the foot once too often, rise up and knock the Knights on their keisters.
Yeah, we had penalties. Yeah, number one there. They started putting him up down the middle in between our tackles, and we just couldn't do anything. They were just knocking us back on our keisters.
Yeah, just a shocking defensive collapse by the Knights when it looked like they had figured out the Spartan offense enough that with the help of the mistakes they were making, especially those crackbacks on big plays, it looked like the Knights were about to get things in hand. And then the worm turned.
Number one, Mandyville, is only a sophomore, 5'8", 155, so he's not that big of a runner to running that ball up the middle like he was doing all the time in that drive. But East Fairmont, I don't know why I keep saying that for. Greenbrier East scores the tying touchdown out of the end zone.
He puts that ball where a good kicker should put it. Hey, Dana Holgerson needs to take a look at that kid. I'll tell you what, the Mountaineers couldn't get a kick to go deep in their game with Tech for a long, long time. That young man's got a leg.
Yeah, and Tech was kicking theirs up into the cheap seats.
Oh, you bet.
All right, Preston will take over 1st and 10 on their own 20-yard line with 6:10 to go in the ball game.
Plenty of time. Dakota Holt knows exactly what he needs his offense to do. The Knights just have to execute and eliminate mistakes here. Drug out of bounds over around the 21-yard line.
He just can't make it to the corner. If he can get to the corner, Steve, he can gain some yardage like he did in the first half. 2nd down and 10.
We'll call it a long 9. I think he picked up just a little bit on that.
Nizel going to gain about 8 yards. It'll make it 3rd down and 2. Spread, 2 right, 2 left. Holt looks. Knocked down. Incomplete.
Just tipped, and he had the receiver open.
Nizel was open.
That'll bring up a 4th and 2.
I think
4:47 remaining.
It's a little bit too early to go. We got plenty of time here in the game. Need to kick the ball. Honecker deep for Greenbrier East. Pompili punting. Kicked it away from him.
Nice bounding ball, and he gets outside, breaks containment. He's off down the sidelines again. A good return before being wrestled down in Knight territory.
What's the matter with that special team? They haven't tonight. It's not getting her done. So Greenbrier East is going to take over on the Preston 29-yard line with 4:27 to go. Long run backs by Greenbrier East against our special teams.
They've got a kicker, too.
And their kicker, that Snyder boy, can probably get him inside close to the 20. He can kick that ball through the uprights. All right, defense. Right up the middle again, in between the tackles.
We see a helmet go flying out of there.
Summers in on the tackle. A gain of 6 yards. Blake Miller has to come out. He's the one lost his helmet. He has to come out with one play. Hunter Lance into the ball game. Sophomore. Persinger in the slot. Two men in motion for Greenbrier East. A false start. And a moving back 5, where it will be 2nd down and 8. Blake Miller back in. Mandeville. Intercepted by Preston. All right, get him back. Get him. Flags are flying again.
Thanks.
Interception by Rosenberger. Boy, 1, 2, 3, 4. Flags flying everywhere. Rosenberger, sophomore, 5'6", 123 on the interception. We're going to get the ball back, but have to cipher out what these flags were and what penalties were.
One of the officials walking off scratching his head there. He's had enough.
Yeah, he
said, "This is above my pay grade, fellas."
He's standing over the ball to make sure the ball is not moved.
A fortunate turn of events for the Knights here with good heads-up play by Rosenberg. 3:05 on the clock, and the officials still talking it over, having a conference trying to sort this out. Taking full advantage of that new 7 o'clock start time, Gary.
With all the penalties, what time is it? It ought to be 10:30.
These fellows do know that they're paid by the game, not by the hour. I'm kidding. The officials doing a pretty good job down here tonight, as they always do. And the flag against Preston, so that's going to walk it back
to the 6-yard line. Now they're going to
So in the mark off. So evidently the penalty against Greenbrier East coming after the play.
Yes.
And again, if you're the coach on the far side over there, you're pulling your hair out.
Personal foul, Greenbrier East. After, okay. All right, Preston, you got another big break here.
Young guys, frustration penalty. Yeah. We've seen it.
All right, Dakota, now's your chance to get the troops in order here now. Take us down the field. Summers, nice running, just jigging and a jagging, and picks up.
Good job protecting the ball there.
Picks up a first down. Just keep running him. Well, he's coming out for a play. He's kind of limping a little bit. Ryan's in it. Looks like Ryan's in their tailback now. Rosenberger in the slot. Holt.
Dakota Holt makes no bones about it. He wants the rock.
Back to the line of scrimmage. All right, Summers is back in. 2:16 to go on a running clock. Left in the ball game. Preston, 2nd down and 8 on their own 20 or 35-yard line. Nice fake by Summers and Holt. Holt's going to pick up a first down. Goes out of bounds. But with a nice fake handoff to Summers by Holt.
That'll leave a minute 47 and change on the clock.
Hunter Lance into the ball game along with Chase Bourne. And it looks like Preston's going to call a timeout here with 1:48 to go. Preston, one timeout left in the ball game. This has probably been one of the most penalty field ball games that I've witnessed here for a long time by both teams. Of course, I'm sure both coaches will address that in the practice come Monday.
Oh, you bet. This was a good, hard-fought, entertaining contest aside from the penalties. But without some of those penalties, some of those illegal blocks thrown by the Spartans, the Knights would be in a hole right now,
yes,
a serious one.
At least 2 touchdowns. Summers is trying. East is trying to pull the ball out of his hands. He's going to gain about 4 yards. So it's going to be 2nd down and 6. Rosenberger back into the ball game. Wideouts right and left. Holt. Intended for Nizel, a little bit too far. 3rd down and 7. Preston from their own 49-yard line. 58 seconds to go in the ball game.
They'd like to take one to the house here. Don't want to leave it in the hands of a relatively inexperienced but technically good kicker.
Boy, Holt did he take a hit that time? Number 22 come in there full head of steam and just clobbered him. Offense is not working right now, Steve. I'd kick, I'd punt, get it deep in the Greenbrier East's territory with 40 seconds to go.
Now it's the Spartans that take the timeout. Reset the clock to 48. 4th down and a long 7 for Preston here. In the night, will hinge on what Preston decides to do here. And can they eliminate special teams mistakes? If they elect to punt the ball, can they eliminate the special teams mistakes that have led to Greenbrier 50% of the time tearing off huge chunks of yardage on the return? I think Preston is going to try to pick up the 1st down here, move this ball over midfield, or go down trying.
You know they're going to put a lot of pressure on him.
Holt over midfield. Not enough for the 1st down. So now it falls to the defense to eliminate the Spartans getting an opportunity for their very good kicker. And you wonder what kind of trickeration they might have in the pulled out of the bag over there.
Like I said, their kicker, number 11, a Snyder boy, if they get that down inside the 30-yard line, he was kicking them over in the drills. Yeah, if this game ends in a tie, Steve, I think we go to the 20-yard line overtime procedure, don't we?
I believe that's correct. I'm not aware of any off-season changes that were made in the overtime rule.
And if you don't score, then the other team gets it on the 20-yard line, and it's done. But I think there's three overtime periods. And if that ends in a tie game. Very nice play over there by Rosenberger. Very nice play. Because I'll tell you one thing, number 21 had a blocker out in front of him. If he got by that block, Rosenberger, he'd have been gone.
That'll give the Spartans a first down by about half a yard, so 1st and 10.
They're down to the Preston 40-yard line.
Yeah, 26 seconds still remaining on the clock here. And they can stop it with their final timeout.
Hold him in bounds. Keep him in bounds.
They keep picking away at Rosenberg over there,
Oh,
and he's
yeah.
the guy who took the ball away from him.
Yeah.
So that could be a mistake if they go back to the well once too often. He might get another.
Clock's running. 12 seconds to go here in the ball game. Preston 20, Greenbrier East 20. 12.5 seconds. Greenbrier East 0-2, Preston 0-2. Coach Tennant with his team huddled around, giving him directions. He's got Dakota Holt back there at free safety as a precautionary. He's one of the fastest players and one of the best athletes on the team.
Greenbrier East took that timeout?
Yes.
Yes. Okay, we'll update our stats.
And Steve Blake here keeping stats tonight on your monitor.
And that's an approximation. Those are unofficial. For folks who are watching that clock jump around and thinking, man, that guy in the booth at Knight Stadium is crazy with that clock. That's not the official clock. That's our clock. And we adjust it to be in sync with the real clock, the on-field clock, as often as necessary. In fact, we'll put a second back on there because it is 13, not 12.
Okay, Preston, let's hold him there. 2nd down and 6. Yeah, they're still on that trips to the right. Then they bring one on a slant in. Ball caught on the 18-yard line by Pendergrass. That gives them a first down on Preston's 18-yard line. 7.4 seconds to go, and they're bringing the kicker in. They're bringing Sam Snyder, senior, 5'10", 165 kicker.
And the Knights don't want to jump the gun here.
All right, need a bad snap or a bad kick or a bad hold or something. Come on, Preston. Clock operator there. Well, they got 50. Oh, they had something matter with the clock up here.
Clock was down to 7. I'm not sure how 53 seconds got back on. Oh, they adjusted it. They adjusted it to 5.
Yes, okay.
That's what they were attempting to do. So, 5 seconds on the game clock. The officials get that. The spot at the 25.
No good.
That's
no
wide.
good. No good. It's wide. Oh!
What? Wow. The officials looked at each other and then raised their arms. Are you kidding me? A walk-off, if there ever was one.
All right, that's boys. You played well. So just
and the Knights heartbroken as Greenbrier East gets a walk-off 35-yard field goal to make it 23-20 as these two teams shake hands, and you kind of see a couple of teams going in divergent directions here. Greenbrier East, this may be the game that turns their season around, Gary. Playoff contenders last year, 0-2 to start this season. Starting quarterback out with a broken arm in game 2.
And they bring
a lot of questionable plays, mistakes. And the Knights with every opportunity to bring this one home, a win on the night here in the home opener. And instead they fall to 0-3 on a last-second kick. Hey, kudos to the Greenbrier East Spartans for never giving up.
Yes.
I mean, you've got to give them credit for that. And the Knights, well coached, well played, great effort, made some errors, made some mistakes, took advantage of some mistakes that were made by Greenbrier East. We'll hear more about it on the Coaches Show Tuesday night, but gosh, it's got to be disappointing and heartbreaking for these Knights to fall to 0-3 here.
Yeah, it's. I mean, this is a team we should have really beat. Again, the mistakes, we opened up the game. 2 touchdowns. We gave them long plays, big plays, and we had just had some mistakes and a lot of penalties on both sides. So Coach Tennant will just have to get them back together Monday and try to keep their spirits up and get ready for RC Bird next Friday night here at Knight Stadium.
All right, we'll be here. We hope you'll be here, and then watch the delayed telecast on Mountain Digital's Cable Channel 7, your hometown TV station on the Atlantic Broadband Cable Network, or on the internet, youtube.com/cable7. And we'll get coverage up there as quickly as we can for you. I want to thank Terry Cochran from Tri-State Productions, stepping in tonight, our spotter and camera operator, and Gary Livengood. Great as always to be back in the booth with you. We enjoy it so much. We wish the Knights would have won this one. Come out, cheer them on next week when they take on RC Bird maybe for the first time in football. I'm not sure. We're going to have to look that up.
I'll do that.
Gary will let you know on the Coaches Show Wednesday, noonish. Tune in for that. Until then, we'll see you around when we see you. Take care of one another. Be good out there. Root on the Knights, and let's turn this season around next week against RCB. Until then, any final words, Mr. Livengood?
Yeah, it's heartbreaking for these boys. They played fairly well. Again, the penalties and the special teams left them down a little bit too tonight. And but Coach Tennant and his full coaching staff will meet them on. They'll do the planning over the weekend, and they'll practice on Monday, and they'll get them together and try to say, all right, boys, that's over with. Let's get ready for RCB.
The good news, no apparent injuries, and so pretty full complement going into the new week. Huddle up, boys. It's time to get tough. And once again, for everybody here at Cable Channel 7, your hometown TV station, we say thank you for tuning in, and good night.